Your standards are your standards. Now, you have to understand that you need to be regimented. You must have a set of non-negotiables that are unperishable, that are going to standardize the standards of a reality that you want to correspond to. So you have to understand that if you have a certain goal, you'll have to do what is working towards that certain goal every day until that goal is standardized in your reality. So you either have low standards or you have high standards. And the standard that you hold for yourself is the threshold of which you hold yourself accountable to. So if you hold yourself accountable to nothing, then your standards are low. If you hold yourself accountable to everything, then your standards are high. If you can't hold yourself accountable and then you pretend to have a certain set or pretend to be a certain who that, would be performing a certain set of standards to become that who, then you're really just pretending to be something you're not. You're going to have to be regimented and disciplined, and you're going to have to overcome the rudimentary cadences in your mind, and you're going to have to be a thorough, intelligent, constructive individual. You're going to have to drop the ego. You're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're going to have to look at the absolute truth. Now, your reality is the absolute truth. So before you look yourself in the mirror, look at your life. And if your life isn't what you want it to be, that means you aren't the person you should be being. And that means you need to become the individual who has the life you want. So you are not wasting your life and actively being a waste of space on earth. You have to understand that to be a certain individual, to carry yourself to certain standards, it's contagious. So if you're so selfish that you can't hold yourself accountable to a certain degree, while you know there's people watching, then you're going to be entitled as a failure to the ones who know. Because you have to understand that you are a walking billboard of a man. If you are a man, you are a walking billboard. When people see you and you are just a low-level, inadequate creature of a thing, then you're not really going to be contaging them or passing on, inversing them to go do something with their life. You're not going to be inversing them or contributing anything to their life. And a matter of fact, you'll probably be taking away due to your own insecurity. It's like you need to be a certain individual. You need to hold yourself to a certain set of standards, and then you cannot deviate no matter what. And you will gain tremendous amounts of character development. You will be tearing through the fabrics of your mind, tearing through the layers of your mind, and unveiling that true gem within you. You will be finding out who you are. You will be developing yourself instead of embellishing yourself. You won't be degrading. You'll be actively generating, and you can pass that on when you start to conversate. And you have to understand that to conversate is to versate. So you are, or converse. So we are conversing with version. To verse is to hand something, to pass something on. So when we are talking, when you are listening, I am with versing something within your mind so you can correspond to a certain set of information to inform to construct with struction, to construct with struct something in your life. You have to understand that I'm not trying to speak words into you. I'm trying to literally pass on something to your mind so you can actually live a life you want to live and not stay in this low level figmentation of a reality that you're currently existing in. You have to understand that that vision you have is a vision from God. It is a vision from above. And you can either neglect the vision and you can remain what you are, or literally take the red pill and go on your fucking conquest to be as successful as possible. Now, no one's going to understand you. It's a journey for yourself, by yourself, and you're going to have to develop yourself to ensure that you don't fucking sink under. because a lot of people are sinking, but then they remain surface level. Imagine sinking while remaining surface level. That takes a degree of comprehension, but they are sinking while remaining surface level. So if you want to ascend while remaining surface level, then you're going to have to carry yourself in a certain way. You're going to have to develop a certain character of yourself to become. So you start by experiencing the individual you need to experience, and then you develop your reality into a reality that you would love to experience. So you have to understand, to actively be something is to go through. So a lot of people want to neglect what they need to go through by smoking, by procrastinating, by being lazy, by overeating, by all these cadences, these rudimentary forms of You need to be in a constant state of continuity. So if you're not contemplating and questioning yourself, to be in a state of continuity, matter of fact, absolute silence in the abstracts of your mind. So absolute silence, getting shit done. That's the standard that you need to be conforming, or at least forming into. So that's why I'm passing on the information, the Asian, the suffix is action. Said this a million times. So inform into the formation that I'm telling you to form into, to act upon a certain degree of existential experiences. So we have to understand that your degree of success, I got this from my mentor, is correlated to the degree of your personal development. So if you are not developing yourself, then you will 100% never actually accomplish and conquer your world, thus embedding your will in your vision into this fabrics of space and time to ensure that you get to experience it. So every individual that you would say is successful to a certain degree has a certain existential competence, a level of understanding, existence, to correspond to that reality that they're living, because to certain degrees, certain realities must be created. And if you don't know how to create a reality, then you can't create it. So the moment you have your vision and you actually take action towards developing yourself and becoming the individual who has already accomplished that vision, so you have to understand that you have the vision, there's you in the present moment, and you just start acting on it instead of procrastinating and saying you're going to do it tomorrow, but then actually you do it never. So the choice is yours. It's your life to live, not mine. My life is going really good. I'm on the journey. I'm on the path. We have 5 clients. You can join the self-development community and develop your mind and your just existential competence arsenal to actually create a reality instead of be a victim to actually overcome your circumstance instead of succumb to your circumstance and remain understanding your circumstance. You need to stand above. You need to look from within. You need to see your reality from within, not from the without. But that's a whole different video. So you can go ahead and join the Patreon community. That's completely free, in the description. And you can send me a personal DM on Instagram, and we'll get you regimented into the self-development regimen. And we will get you in a profound state of continuity, contemplation, in a mental area where you can expand in every metric of existence in your life. And you won't be a victim in life. People are being victims in life. Their life is just beating the shit out of them. Like, don't be that. Nah, we gonna beat the shit out of life. That's it for today, y'all. Peace.